it ain't so, Damien. Say it ain't so. The Wildcats lose the Big Sky tournament in a heartbreaker.
And the crushing defeat came at the hands of this sharpshooter, who just kept on shooting and shooting.
Great way to get your frustrations out at the end of the day.
How many cheerleaders can you have on a Big Sky basketball court? There really are rules for that kind of thing.
It's time to get loud and rowdy. It's time for the Weber State Sports Special. These are the 2010 Big Sky Tournament champions. Don't recognize any of the faces? Are you noticing an obvious lack of purple? Well, there's a reason why. The Montana Grizzlies took center court, the Big Sky Trophy, and a ticket to the big dance. Where were the Wildcats? They were slinking back to their cave after a heartbreaking 1-point loss. Welcome to the Weber State News Spring Sports Edition. I'm Blake Keller, and joining me is Kyle Cocaine and Justin Tafoya. We have a lot planned for you on the show today, but first we do want to start out with the Cats game and how disappointing it was for them.
Man, it was absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, being as big of a fan as I am, sitting there on the sidelines and seeing the disappointment on their faces, it was almost too much to take.
You know, anyone who bleeds purple, you were shattered that night. It was a great game, but at the same time, walking away with a loss like that, it's never good. And Weber had everything going for them. It should have been Weber's year. They started off the tournament as the Big Sky champs. They had home court advantage, the league MVP in Lillard, and the newcomer in Sessions. And they started off well against Portland State in the semis. Although they started the game slow, Weber defeated Portland with some impressive play, like this high-flying dunk by Damian Lillard. The game was a battle, and the Cats found themselves with a hard-fought victory. We talked to Damian after the game, and he said one of the things that they had to do was they had to get off to a quick start against Montana.
Yeah, they didn't come out strong against Portland at all. I mean, I think Portland got up 6-0 on them.
Yeah, they didn't score a point till 5 minutes left.
Yeah, it was horrible. But they did land themselves in the championship game regardless. And, I mean, they came out hot against Montana. Weber used some aggressive play to run out an early 8-0 lead. They kept the pressure on and forced several steals. They were also shooting great, hitting a majority of their shots in the first half. Their play led them to a comfortable 20-point lead at the halfway point. They looked like the team that was destined to be the new Big Sky champs and head to the dance. But Blake, second half was a different story. What happened?
It was a completely different story. It was like watching two different games out there. Montana came out more prepared. When they went to the break, Montana came out with a game plan, and that game plan was to give the ball to number 23. Anthony Johnson of Montana was on fire and could not be stopped. Montana was the aggressor this half and came upon their first lead with 1 minute left to play. Although Damian Lillard struggled in the second half, he hit two crucial free throws to regain the lead with 40 seconds to go. But who else but Anthony Johnson to hit the game-winning shot for Montana? This incredible comeback by Montana led to the sad ending for the Cats. Coach Ray tried to put it in perspective.
These kids have invested a lot into this program, invested a lot into this season, and it's going to hurt. So there's really nothing you can say right now. It's going to take some time. That's what it's going to take. And eventually we'll get over it and move on, and they'll understand they had a hell of a season, and we'll just try to continue to move forward and get better.
It was a very sad loss for the Cats, but at the same time, at somebody's dismay, somebody shines, and you can't really say enough about how well Anthony Johnson played in that game.
Oh, Johnson was Weber's kryptonite. He came out 42 points, set a Big Sky record, and 34 in the second half. I mean,
he got up. He scored the last 21 points for Montana, including that crucial shot with, 15 seconds left in play. I mean, if you can't stop a guy like that,
there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
And, being a Weber athlete, Montana is one of those teams, you don't like them. You hate them, you hate everything about them, but I actually got a chance to talk to Anthony Johnson after the game, and I have to admit, he was a really cool dude. I mean, he was real friendly. He answered questions. He was a good kid, and he was kind of starting to realize how good of a game he really had.
We've said it all year long, you know, take advantage of the moment, and that's what I did. And, you know, after I started getting to the free throw down, knocking down some shots, I mean, the hole just opened up. I didn't get tired at all, and everything just got silent, and I just went to a zone.
Hi, a Montana school record, a D Event Center record, and a Big Sky tournament single game record, and just what the Grizzlies needed to bunch up in center court to get their picture taken holding up the Big Sky trophy. And while the Grizzlies were shaking off the confetti, the Wildcats retreated to the locker room to start playing the game over and over in their heads.
Again, like I said, as amazing as Johnson was, though, as a Wildcat fan, it was so tough to watch the Cats walk off that court with the looks on their faces. I mean, they were so close, 1 point. It was tough.
You know, it's always hard to be in those kind of games. You know, we had a game like that in our last season where we were at Colorado State. We were down 1 with 13 seconds, and all we were trying to do is set up a field goal. You know, and so you really don't want to leave. You don't want to talk to reporters, but you have to get ready for the next game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, the Cats, they have to clear their head. There's a highly likelihood that they're going to be able to go to the NIT tournament. And, you know, they have to get all that bad energy out of there and they have to move on. So, you know, this Sunday, they'll be reading the bids for the NIT tournament.
Some think it was the missed free throws.
Some say this guy could not be stopped.
Others are asking what the heck was Randy Ray thinking. We'll dissect the last-second loss that's keeping the Wildcats out of the big dance.